Well, hello everyone, and thank you for stopping by. So, about a week or so ago, maybe a little longer, maybe a little less, I'm like really drawing blank on time here. I went along with my mother, my two brothers, and one of their girlfriends, along with my son Nate, and we went to go see Finding Dory. So, how was Finding Dory? Mm, yeah, well, we've seen it in 3D. So I paid a good amount to see it because it was at night and everything. I wouldn't say that like, oh my god, like that I totally wasted my money and everything and it was horrible and I just want to like march up there and get my freaking money back. No. No. It was good. It was a good movie. It had a lot of like sad and sweet moments and everything in it. And of course, we all love the character of Dory, and then, they had Marlin in there. It was mainly Dory, Marlin, and Nemo. Of course, this is a sequel to Finding Nemo. And here's the thing about Finding Dory versus Finding Nemo and the whole name thing. See, really, if you think about it, Finding Nemo was kind of a little bit more about Marlin, really. If you really think about it, it was kind of more focused on him, and his dedication to finding his son. And it was appropriately, bleh. The appropriate title was Finding Nemo because he had to search for Nemo. He didn't know where Nemo was. Nemo was like basically kidnapped. He had to go find them. And of course, we know in the first movie, Finding Nemo, that's where he meets Dory on the way to find his son Nemo. The funny thing about Finding Dory is that the movie is actually a lot more focused on Dory and her character and her past and everything else, as compared to Finding Nemo, which, yeah, it had Nemo in it. It had, quite a few scenes with him, but like I said, it seemed more about his father than anything else. Whereas Finding Dory really is about Dory. However, they kind of really generally know where Dory is. And that's not really much of a spoiler. I mean, yes, there are parts where they have to go and look for Dory here and there, but it's not as much as like this epic search, you know, for Dory like it was for Nemo. The movie starts off where Dory is now living. She's basically living with Marlin and Nemo, and they're an enemy or around it. And one day, she has a memory about her parents. Apparently, she forgot all about them. We know that she has short-term memory, but we just don't know. We never knew how far it went. So in this movie, we get a little bit more of a backstory for Dory. She all of a sudden has this memory and she remembers her childhood. She remembers her parents, she remembers where they are, and so she asks Marlin and Nemo to go on this journey with her to help her find her parents. And she has not seen her parents in years, and so they take off in search of Dory's family. The thing I did like about this movie is, number one, Baby Dory is adorable. Honestly, I think the whole movie could have just been Baby Dory, like, talking, and people probably would have went to go see it. She has to be, like, the cutest fake fish ever. But, like, the cutest fake baby fish. Well, no, probably even the cutest fake fish, because even adult Dory was totally adorable, and we all fell in love with her in the first movie. And she's adorable here. And Like I said, while it doesn't have like that grand adventure feel, it was still entertaining. It was still fun. I still, like the fact of character development. Marlon doesn't always see things the way that Dory sees them, and he doesn't quite understand. And the movie kind of touches on, the things that we kind of say to people, and realizing people's, or in this case, fishes or whatever, an individual strength. And just because they're not like yours doesn't mean they don't have them. They have their own, and they are unique in their own way, and could do amazing things in their own way. So it really, really touches on like how we treat people, the belief we have in people, you know, the belief you have in yourself and everything else, and just all that, just pushing yourself no matter the obstacles, because of course, we know Dory has the short-term memory loss. It is an obstacle she has to overcome, especially now that she remembers this. She is pushing herself to do the best she can to remember and to find her family. She has this goal, and she is going to follow it through. And it may seem silly, she may do silly things, but that is Dory, and that what makes her her. That's what makes her unique, and that's why we love Dory. And I just love Nemo's confidence in her. Because he even kind of sets his dad straight in there and everything. So like I said, character development was like really good. We got to see Dory's backstory. Like, oh my god, I thought I was gonna mess that up because how it rhymed. So that was all good. The things I didn't like is kind of after, what was it, 13 or so years. It did lack some of the things that Finding Nemo had. It didn't have all the like the colorful characters that they run into like in Nemo, like the vegetarian sharks or like the tank fish, Crush. So they had Crush for about a minute or so. The kind of as some people call him, the stoner turtle. But anyways, yeah, it just kind of lacked those side characters that just kind of made the movie Nemo just fun and adventurous and everything else. When the movie started, it started in that scene in Finding Nemo where where Marlin runs into Dory, and I need to take a drink here in my Elmo cup. I should have a Dory cup. I bet they have that somewhere, and I don't have one. I need a Dory cup. So, like I was saying, it starts off where he runs into Dory and how they met, and then it says 1 year later, and my brother is sitting. I can't remember if he was sitting next to me or on the opposite side of our mother. But anyways, he was close enough for me to hear, and he goes, more like 13 years. I'm like, you have to love little brother commentary on movies. But yeah, we saw it. We saw it in 3D. We all sat there and watched it. I enjoyed it. I think everyone else did. It did have its moments and everything. It's not as good as the original. I can name sequels that I think are better than the original. Not like a whole like ton of them, but they are out there. And unfortunately, Dory was not it. It is a movie I did enjoy. It is a movie I probably will own. I just don't think it surpasses the original. But nonetheless, it was a good movie. It was a fun movie. It was a heartfelt movie. and I would still recommend you to go see it. So, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.